Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that I chose to join me today here in the quarters of the Sun Temple. And I think it's the Sun Temple. Hello, Mr. Novice. Miss Novice?
Who are you?
Are you? Sorry. Got the hair. I didn't see the boobs first. So we're going around because we're gonna have a chat today with Jespar. And we were listening to that song over there. Not to that one, in another song before, last episode, and got a bunch of, oh, that one is better. Their stocks were running low, yet they endured their woe, praising Malphas's. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. You can find these songs online. I actually don't know exactly where, but they're on YouTube, some of them anyway. So hopefully, if you're interested, you can always check. I got that salt trap right there. Hello, sir. Definitely not stealing anything at all.
This is holy ground, Outlander.
Is it?
You do not belong here.
Oh, no, I don't. It's my skirts. My skirts kind of smell a little bit, and they don't like me here. So yeah, we're going to talk to Jespar. He's around here, actually. He shouldn't be around here, but he's around here. And before we go talk to him, what is going on in here? Why do they have a candlestick over there? Before we go, we're just gonna explore this a little bit, the things. We have a few quests. We got a quest already last episode for, it's the Sun Temple that's outside, for figuring out what is going on with one of the Magisters. Apparently he's feeling very upset. We got paintings over there. Very pretty paintings in this game. And what we have over here? An empty chest that I can steal from. Scrolls. Ooh. Take that. It's very nice. Is this anybody's place? Doesn't look like there's anybody over here. Empty. Wardrobes. Nothing. Just a little bit of a nook. A little bit of a recess. That's rancid. I'm not gonna take it. And it's also for magic, so yeah, don't need that too much. So let's go down in the staircase. I don't know why they made the staircase this side, if the only place to go to is on the other side. Is this still the quarters? Because we weren't in the quarters already. Oh. She should be here singing. Now that would be quite a chill place. They actually have hot springs in here. Oh, the hell is that? Oh, this dust or whatever. They have hot springs in here. And we haven't seen anything. This place is huge. And again, those ceilings. Well, I guess these aren't too terrible. Depends on what they're made out of. But that looks way too heavy. I don't think they would be able to do anything with that. It's way too big. That would fall. That would fall. I was talking about ceilings before as well. Oh, look at that. I like that floor. Yeah, there's a little bit of a Japanese feel to this, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like that? A little bit of an Asian feel. Say Japanese, but could be Chinese, could be Oriental in general, I guess. And we have here a lady with a... That's not an emperor. And with a plate. Or something. But that's that. We got shoes. Fine clothes. Little carpets. Don't really know what they are. Is that... That's pretty expensive. Let's go into the water. Ah. I should probably sweep. This isn't... Yeah. It's not the time for that. So we got the way the water comes in. They don't have a cold water bath, though. They should. Oh, wait a minute. Is that an exit? There's no exit down here? So it's only the way we came in from. Okay. It's good stuff. Unless I'm mistaken, of course. Let me see. So... okay. Yep. I'm not mistaken. Let's go through here. Back to the quarters. That's why it's called the quarters, because it's basically the same thing. And back through there. That's the first song we heard. Then we heard The Wayward Wanderer, that I believe I had heard a little bit of in the tavern at Riverville. But I'm gonna remember the Lost Ones and The Wayward Wanderer are not the ones that we are gonna hear the next time around, because we're gonna hear more songs. I suppose that's always a good thing to do. And oh yeah, this loading takes forever because it's a very complex and very complex area. I think we were. Can I jump? No. I think we.
This is holy ground, Outlander.
I know.
You don't belong here.
I know. Let's go through here. This is where we came out of. To the Chronicum again, and this is the... Not the first... My god, this place is huge. I like it, but... I like that it's huge. I can't steal that. It'd be too... Oh, hi! I definitely wasn't trying to steal anything. It goes back outside. Oh, yeah, because we came in through here. Although this does lead back to the Chronicum. Which is interesting. Is it the same name? The first area that we came in? Hi, it is. Hi, why is everybody over here?
Move, huh?
Nija, or Nija. I really like her clothing. It's really nice. That red velvet, and then the golden brocade, I suppose. No, it's not brocade. What's it called? It's kind of a thing. That sort of, tissue? Not tissue. What do they call it? Cloth. Cloth is the word. Again, another amazing concept art right there. I hope they pulled this off. There's so many things here. I really hope they pulled them off. So we were here before. Oh, yeah. I could have jumped. And
Well met.
well met to you as well. There's a guy going away. Hi, miss.
Ahoy.
Oh, that's... Yes.
An outlander.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing in this
Ahoy.
part of the city?
I'm,
Shouldn't you be, I don't know, somewhere else?
I should. I really should, but I'm just looking around.
outlander.
So we've been to that
What are
building
you
and
doing
this
in
building
this
as
part
well,
of the city?
right?
Shouldn't you be,
No, we've been to that
I
building.
don't
Oh my
know,
god, this place.
somewhere else?
And we got... She's very insistent on that. Stone Angel. Or... Those guys are angels as well. Look at their... ambient occlusion all being weird. That's fine. It's a very cool place. This reminds me, sort of the Greek constructions. Sort of. They're not exactly quite like this, but
Keep walking.
there's... I don't know if it's in Athens, or... I don't know where. Or Sparta? No, it's not in Sparta. Sparta doesn't have this sort of things. Or didn't historically have. Yeah, there's quite a lot of... This does remind... These guys are just very Roman and Greek inspired. This is pretty awesome. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. This is pretty awesome. Hi.
This is holy ground, Outlander.
Uh-huh.
You do not belong here.
I just wanted to check it out. Just wanted to check it out and
Let's hope
see.
he knows
I don't know
what
why
he's
they have
doing.
these things, though. These things would be extremely expensive. Hi.
Oh, hello. You're the companion of that mercenary, aren't you? Dalveric, or whatever his name is. I don't want to be disrespectful, but
You just
our
were.
time's so bad that the Order needs to resort to hiring mercenaries. I just don't know.
What else would you hire? If you're hiring somebody, then it's a mercenary. I don't actually know where the word comes from, where the origin of it is, but these
As if they'd ever listen to me.
this sort of influence here, if they're gonna follow the way of the Romans in their culture, which they are not, they're just gonna follow sort of their building style. Not really. That is impossible right there. I don't know. This reminds me not of Romans, but that does. It's kind of a mixture. It looks good. It looks good. But if they're gonna follow the Romans hired. They hired mercenaries in a very specific way. They did pay people for mercenary work. They had mercenaries and all that sort of stuff. But they had an extra level, excuse me, of hiring somebody. They had adopted sons that were treated as family members, and this could be anybody could be adopted into your family if you just had a family. That it wouldn't be a problem. But sometimes people wouldn't want to join your family, and you'd have to pay them. And the weird thing is,
This is holy ground.
The weird thing is,
You do not belong here.
there are records of instances. Well, that's the weird thing that reminds that I think is weird. But yeah, I suppose paying for somebody to become your son. The weird thing is that there are instances where the son, the adopted son, would be older than oh, a scholar teleport to Ark. That's really nice. Older than the father. So that would be really weird. Although I'm not sure if those were the instances where they were paid, because I also don't know why they would be the adopted sons in those situations. I don't remember. I just remember learning about that. Is that where we came from? Where does this go? Noble Quarter. Oh. Yeah, we came in from here.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Well, let's hope he does. Guess we could jump as well. Look at the city from up here. Let's look at it. Oh, I think there's an invisible wall. So, this city. Very steep roofs, I guess. Ready for a little bit of snow. They wouldn't make these roofs that steep, because it's very heavy, making a roof like this. Sort of a weird construction on top of the towers there. They wouldn't make it like that, but then again, they kind of, there's some instances where you'd see that, but not quite like that. These are weird towers, because you can see that they have machicolations, the little holes under the on the battlements, the merlons. Merlons are the thing, are the little protrusions, and then the holes also have a name I don't remember. And the battlements would be the wall place, or just those things. Garrison. I think battlements would be the whole place. No, we have a military barrack over here for a quest. Hi. Excuse me,
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
I don't know why I'm coming through here. But I am. As long as these guys don't attack me, I will be fine. Hi. The red everywhere does also remind me of the Romans. Okay. They're fighting or they're training? They're training with the dummies. Hi. Please don't attack me. Okay.
My name.
Let's move on. Yeah, because you can see, you need to take advantage of the little holes from underneath. Let's see, this one doesn't have them. So let's see. Yeah, these ones don't. And even those ones probably don't have holes underneath. They don't know what the designer doesn't know what the like the sort of extending battlements are for. So they just design it because they look cool, and they do. They look really cool. And they forget to put the holes, because the holes do look weird, especially if you've ever been to an historical castle. You'll notice that the holes are usually covered up because you can fall through them.
Walk blessed.
Okay, so think about this. Think about that up there. Okay, I could show you. It's all fine. So think about that thing over there. You see this? That where I'm pointing my arrow? That should have a hole. That should have a hole. And that's where people would fire from when they're over there. You're kind of over here, you'd be being fired upon. Okay, this one would be worse, but you can see the problem here. Like, for example, if you were in that battlement over there, like, they still have range, they could still lean over. And they can still lean over, but they expose themselves a lot. But if I'm over here, if I could be right up against this, they wouldn't be shooting me. But if I'm right up against this, they could be shooting me from those things over there. From the holes, but they don't draw the holes because they don't make the holes. The thing is, in historical castles, if you go to historical castles, also I know where I am, which is great, and it's daytime, which is also great. If you go to historical castles, the holes are usually covered up, or they have like grates, and that's because people fall through them because they're very big holes. Hi.
Is it important?
I don't know. It's not. No. Was this like that yesterday? Sure. And so it is possible that people just go to castles to, read up and just get some references to draw on their games or whatever, and don't realize that those boards are not supposed to be there.
The offer stands. Just think about it, okay?
What is going on? Where's Jasper? Alright, no problem.
Okay,
Is Jasper around here?
just leave me alone. Damn bullies.
Them bullies. Wait a minute, is that the guy? That's the guy, I think.
Oh, yes. Of course you'd say that.
Okay, where's Jespar? Is he downstairs? Man, those guys are still going at it? Sure. Well, they're not actually going at it. Just got an autosave. Yeah, well, sir.
You should go to the Whisper
As I
Wood and see
said.
what
Actually,
you can find on the
maybe...
old fort.
As I said,
I'll wait for
Why
you
is the game
in
autosaved?
in my
just think
laboratory.
about it, okay?
I don't know why the game is autosaving.
Take care.
That sounded like Jespar, didn't, or Jespar.
As I said,
I
the
will.
offer stands.
Take care.
Just think about it, okay?
Wait a minute. Jespar, what are you doing with this? I don't even...
Hey,
Dude!
you came. Come on.
I did.
So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
I'm fine, thanks for asking.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met.
I bet you say that to
tell
all
me,
the girls.
what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nerim.
Sure, I'm gonna tell him about the recent events. Well, you're right about that.
Shoot.
Oh, okay, fade away.
Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
Some of the men, let's see. Some of the men are not to be scoffed at, indeed.
Absolutely. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
What? You want to leave? In spite of all that's happening?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion. I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light.
Huh.
Actually not that bad, don't you think?
Can I answer that? Very convincing. Let's go with that.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos and the idealism for such a profession. You know, I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrodon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bed the women, or whatever. I'm driven by inferior motives. While no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys, because they do things for the right reasons. If only they'd understand that it's results that matter, not intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
That sounds like bollocks to me, though. Because they did it to bed the women. Did you bed the women, Jespar? Did you? Because the answer that would be, oh, I didn't bed them. Okay, so then you didn't do that for that. That's pretty simple, isn't it? At least in this situation, anyway. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like.
That's not what
So
selfish
yes,
means.
Maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate.
Oh, that's
The
true.
only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
Whoa, that's quite a jump right there. that's quite a jump right there. So he jumps from... okay, so I am trying to think. So basically, there is a philosophical current that touches on what is usually dumbed down into... there's no selfishness. There's a philosophical current that kind of justifies that a little bit. It doesn't focus on that. It doesn't focus on that. But he jumped from that to what's the other one? They just want to be happy. That's the oh man, that's the there's I don't remember. There's another philosophical school, I guess, that says that we do everything to be happy. That basically the meaning of life is to be happy. And that's actually a mixture of things. But he might be coming from a different perspective and actually not talking about anything that I'm thinking of. He's admitting, though, that he's doing this for himself, though. That's the fundamental aspect. And he's just projecting his own understanding of the world onto the Magisters. I think the Magisters are way more crooked than he thinks they are. They're not using their... They're not using... Well, I say Magisters, the guys that he's referring to. The guys that were complaining about him being a mercenary. I don't think they think themselves better than him in particular because of their intentions. They use their power and their station to make themselves be better than him. And the whole, I'm better than you because of my intentions, is just an act. And whether they are conscious of it or not, they are in a certain way. They just might not admit that to themselves or and to others. But what happens is just it's just an act. It's really just you saying, I have a license, officer. It's basically that, except in a much more metaphysical way, in a much more corrupt way, basically. If they're doing something for their own gain, then they're selfish. If they're doing something for the gain of somebody else, they're not selfish. That's as simple as it gets. The definition of selfish is sometimes misunderstood. It can be boiled down, and you can bring it to what he was saying, which is selfishness has to do with what drives you, or rather, you being the one that dictates, or like you yourself drive you yourself, then that would be selfish. And if somebody else drives you, then you are not selfish. But that's not actually what selfish means. I guess that's an interesting discussion. It is semantics at the end of the day. But what he is admitting here is that he's doing what he does for himself, and that is a good justification for him just to leave. Let's try and use that to my advantage, because I think he's going to be very predictable in that. What he said, though, about the Magisters being easy to manipulate, did he actually make that point? Because he made a good point, but I don't know if it applies to the Magisters, because the Magisters don't actually believe in their license. Going back to I have a license, officer. Let's see. Let's see if I have more over here. Okay, he's just saying things. So what you're saying is that in the end, every person just wants to be happy. That's actually... again, that's a very difficult thing, and that's what the other philosophical school that I was thinking of focuses on, is explaining what it means to be happy. Because I've met people who are not happy, and they like not being happy. Actually, one of my grandmothers, she was really not a happy person, and she was like that ever since she was 19. And she was just very brooding, and she was very holier than thou. She's not special. She wasn't special in the sense that there's a lot of people like her, but she was very holier than thou is basically what it is. But she wasn't happy. But that made her go on. So happiness can be just joy. You can think of joy or merriment or all that sort of stuff. And is that happiness? Is that really it? Do you need to laugh and just be merry all the time to be happy? Or do you need to fulfill your dreams and your aspirations to be happy? Or do you need to just be? Because some people are happy with just being, and there as long as they exist. The plight and the fact, maybe that they find fulfillment in the fact that they are themselves. Some people are like that. That's the purpose of life. But that's the problem though with that explanation, is that you're reducing the purpose of life for everybody to be happy. So if I say that, that'd be that. How can you be so sure that there's no other purpose in life, no other reason for our existence? Yeah, but you're looking for an objective reason for the existence. That's actually purpose and reason are different. Of course, in this context, let's go with that one.
I don't know. Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling. But until then, I'd rather try and find my own answers.
Great truth. I think he's actually talking about the sort of religious purpose that Malthus and the following of Malthus actually imprints on people. About the paths in particular. So what you're saying is that in the end, every person just wants to be happy. That's the purpose.
Yeah. Seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
That's not how people just work. That's just not how people work. There's people who are self-destructive. How do you deal with those people? There's people who are, I mean, they are obsessive. How do you deal with that? An obsessive person doesn't want bliss. Do you have to have some kind of goal in your life? Don't you? Oh, but you have to have some kind of goal.
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
Huh. Interesting that his goal is to survive. He doesn't... It's, there's... How... My question is... I'm not going to develop on it because I can't. My question is, how do you conciliate being okay with dying and having your life goal as surviving? Isn't that a bit of a problem there? Maybe you're not okay with dying. Maybe he's not. Anyway, I'm just asking questions. Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Even the people that others call heroes. I'll say, especially the people who others call heroes.
Blazes, you make it sound so dramatic. Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish. But yeah, basically that's it.
I didn't say selfish, I said egotist. Actually, in English, that might have the same meaning. Let's manipulate him, because I want to get into his panties. I couldn't agree more.
You do? And here I thought I'd get an indignant cry and a splash of wine thrown in my face. That's how most people react. In any case, I think I'll take my leave now.
Aw.
I very much enjoyed our talk.
Hey.
But the ship to Quillet leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
Can I make a comment on the... Because I could make a line about the whole cock's crow. For what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stayed. The city needs more good-looking mercenaries.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Naramese woman. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Aw? Seriously? I'm going after him. Shut up. Disgusting.
Yes, of course you'd say that.
Shut up. Wait a minute. He's going to... Wait a minute, it's that other woman.
Yes,
Shut
you
up.
should go into the Whisper
You
Wood
old
and see what you
crone.
can find in the old fortress.
Actually, Colonel, I think it's
I'll wait
only
for you
female,
near
so
the
I
city,
don't know.
in my laboratory.
You are laboratory. Hey. Hey.
Huh?
Oh, I can't. Can't I?
Where did I put that?
Where's he going? Did I screw him up? I don't want to screw him up. He's just going to bed, isn't he? Oh, come on. How clueless can you be?
Maid, stew, roast pork.
Dude.
Anyone?
Yeah. Well, your loss. I'm gonna get myself some of that crowing thing that you were talking about. Anyway, that's gonna be for the next episode. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye!